What's up, everyone? My name is GWTF, LOF to WBRB. Welcome back to more WWE versus Total Extreme Wrestling, where we take the weekly events and TV shows. Still trying to work out what exactly I want to say there. Nonetheless, where we take all the events that WWE runs throughout the week, book them in TEW, and see just how well WWE does against TEW, or if Total Extreme Wrestling will be the one company that brings WWE to its knees. This time we're booking everyone's favorite show, not only in real life but on this channel, 205 Live. You know you like it, you know I like it. Seeing those E's every week is just the best thing ever. It reminds me of when you're a kid and you see the EA Sports, it brings me back. Nonetheless, that was stupid. Let's run this show and see how it goes. So our cold... Oh, by the way, look, we got our numbers. Yes. So our cold open for the show is just pretty much hyping up what we're going to see throughout the night. It gets a 34 E+. It hypes up that, we're going to see Lucha House Party, Grand Metalik, and Lince Dorado take on the Brian Kendrick and Jack Gallagher. Tony Nese is going to show everybody why he's the premier athlete. And then Mustafa Ali and Buddy Murphy cut a little pre-promo on each other, so you have that going for you. Why was the Cedric Alexander storyline pushed? Just because Buddy Murphy was on there? I don't see Alexander in here, so whatever. That's interesting. So this is going to be kind of interesting tonight, guys. I don't know if I pulled the trigger too early, but I think this is WWE's bad. I'm going to go on a note and say it's WWE's bad. If you guys want to call me out, you can go ahead. But I'm for sure that WWE was booking Tony Nese as a face. They had him doing this whole underdog story of, Drew Gulak betraying him, and now he's got to, fight back from his former friend betraying him. And now all of a sudden it seems like he's going to be aligning with Buddy Murphy, and he completely does a 180 or whatever, a 360 or 205. And he's now a heel again. So that kind of sucks because he's going to turn tonight, and his last turn was, extremely recent, and I've never done this before, and I have a feeling, I know it's going to go horribly, duh, but my worry is that Tony Nese might be like, you know what, just release me from my contract, which that's not going to happen, so hopefully we don't have to suffer that, but yay WWE. Alright. Moving on, we get a 19 E-. Oh boy. Buddy Murphy versus Mustafa Ali is hyped for tonight. And then we lead into our opening match. But before we can get to that opening match, Drew Gulak interrupts after all the entrances are done and whatnot, and he joins the color commentary team. He will be replacing Nigel McGuinness because McGuinness, of course, being the heel announcer, Gulak gets replaced until Adam Ryland hears my cries and puts a guest announcer slot on the in the game. So there we go. Nonetheless, it appears that the storyline between the now heel Tony Nese and Drew Gulak is over, and it looks like last week was supposed to start the Gulak versus Kalisto storyline. So we're starting that now. 205 seems to be weird with its storylines, or maybe it's just because I haven't been watching until just recently. So it looks like they've just kind of start and stop them out of nowhere. That's what it seemed to happen with the Mustafa Ali Arya Daivari storyline. But then again, that could just be a one-off thing for the night, so it's kind of hard to judge how things are going to go sometimes. Brian Kendrick, not suited to his gimmick, so we'll have to fix that. By the way, if you noticed that, we have a local jobber. If you guys are wondering who's going to be playing Keith Claybell tonight, it's going to be BJ Hancock. So if I forget to bring that up when it happens, there you go. Oh, I just wrote the Brian Kendrick. I didn't even write gimmick. There we go. All right. So the match itself, tag team action, Lucha House Party, Grand Lince, the team of Grand Metalik and Lince Dorado, taking on the team of Brian Kendrick and Jack Gallagher. Gets a 35 E+ rating here. Terrible wrestling and non-existent crowd heat. Is there nobody in the audience? I just noticed this. Is there nobody in the audience? It's being held at the Royal Farms Arena. but it doesn't show my audience. Is it because it's the WWE Network? I don't know. I never noticed that. Either way, non-existent crowd heat. I wonder why. Lucha House Party goes over Brian Kendrick and Jack Gallagher in 9 minutes 28 seconds when Lince Dorado defeats Jack Gallagher by pinfall with the Shooting Star Press. Surprising victory here. I thought, Gulak might have interfered in this match somehow to, give the more popular team of Brian Kendrick and Jack Gallagher the win, but no. Looks like WWE is firm on the push of Lucha House Party here, which, good on them. I like all three of them. They're pretty good. So, and they got an interesting name. It's like they're a little frat party. Nonetheless, Kalisto doing some good work at ringside. Good on him. Lince Dorado was really off his game, unfortunately. Brian Kendrick, we already know, was not suited to his gimmick. It cooled the crowd, which, is there a crowd? Lince Dorado, yes, finally numbers. I don't have to do the stupid letters anymore. Lince Dorado had an in-ring performance of a 25. Grand Metalik with a 30, the Brian Kendrick with a 40, so he had the best of the match, and Jack Gallagher with a 36. So Metalik not too far behind Gallagher, but Lince Dorado has quite a lot of catching up to do. Gained some heat for the Gulak Kalisto storyline, not exactly sure how that happened. And we got the dirt sheet up now, so we can look at all this. So people got bonuses for going all out. I would rather see the negatives, though. So inconsistency. Penalized for being unable to use spinal impact moves. Lince Dorado, up your game. Lince Dorado. Yeah, Lince kind of sucks. Also, Drew Gulak was on commentary here, and he didn't get any negatives, so maybe he's not too bad. All right, moving on, we have a pre-match promo from Mustafa Ali, hyping up his match against Buddy Murphy. I honestly don't remember a damn thing he said. 23 E- rating here for Mustafa Ali with the weird, Mortal Kombat gimmick DJZ crossover thing. What is this? We have dirt sheets for... Oh, well, get out of... I don't care about low locker room morale. It's not my fault. 25, solid E rating here as we see Tony Nese and Buddy Murphy back in the locker room. And Murphy tells Nese that he knows what he needs to do, and then Nese, of course, wishes him luck in his match. Kind of hinting that he's a heel until we actually lead into the match, which pretty much cements that he's a heel. Dasha Fuentes, I believe, then comes up to interview Buddy Murphy about his upcoming match against Mustafa Ali. I don't even remember what Buddy Murphy said there, but there you go. Yeah, I know, guys. Completely bombed with the crowd who remembered his very recent turn. In a way, I guess that says the same to me, because I was like, what, didn't he just turn? But whatever. It's what WWE does. John Cena saving 205 Live here with his pointless commercial break. Thanks, John. Not only did you save 205 Live by not having it go over its match limit, and it's not that I did that myself. Of course, I have to, sometimes I have extra time. No, 9 times out of 10, there's extra time afterwards that I have to fill in with a pointless commercial break that I just shove John Cena into because I don't want him to get mad at me. At the same time, WWE doesn't book him and he's the face of their company, so I should probably change that to Roman Reigns, but now I don't know if he's going to be the face of the company. Keith Claybell, remember, played by BJ Hancock? BJ Hancock comes out for his local jobber appearance as he takes on Tony Nese, the newly turned heel. Here we go, guys. Let's do it. Oh, look, it's just too many shocks. That's fine. Complete disaster. We knew it would be. But it's not like, oh my god, no, everyone just booed the hell out of him. Which, in a way, I would be like, well, doesn't that get the job done? Nonetheless, in an abysmal match, Tony Nese goes over Keith Claybell in 2 minutes, 57 seconds with the reverse pile driver. I'm not exactly sure if that's what he used, but then again, I don't remember. Yeah, that was just a way to get him to turn, so just ignore that. Brought the crowd down. Doesn't surprise me. Keith Claybell with a 20. Only 10 points below Tony Nese's 30, so come on, Tony. Claybell makes the best of his appearance as he improves in Rumble and performance, so good on him. We then get, this is actually a pretty good segment, but mostly because, excuse me, mostly because it had, Triple H, Big E, and Paige, and JBL, and Michael Cole, and Corey Graves all talking about how great Hideo Itami is. So it's just pretty much an Itami hype video, hyping up how great he is and how much of a prospect he is and how he didn't want to be teaming with Tozawa and he looked at it as a downgrade. He's like, why would I team with somebody? Like, it was a good way to put Itami over and get this feud over a little bit as well. Also showing what happened last week, when he pretty much turned his back on him. So I'm just going to say this is an official feud. I'm going to have to take the question marks out, but it did gain heat for it. Probably end the tag team between these guys. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is Tozawa's turn, so we're going to have to cancel this turn because he's going to be a face. So 54C- helping Hideo Itami and Akira Tozawa out. Thank the more popular guys. Unfortunately, Buddy Murphy and Mustafa Ali do not have that help because their hype video, hyping up the fact that their match is next, gets a 22E- rating. And the match itself is not next because we have Drake Maverick and Cedric Alexander with a quick backstage segment here as Alexander joins Maverick. And Maverick just pretty much wants to ensure that Alexander's not going to get involved in tonight's main event between Ali and Buddy Murphy. He says he's not going to. He's going to let Ali do his thing, but ensures Maverick, once he gets his hands on Buddy Murphy, that he's going to finish the job. And then Maverick says, well, next week we're going to be in the UK, and it'll be the 205 division versus the UK division, which honestly is pretty exciting. And I'm going to have to kind of hold off before, maybe watch 205 Live or peek at who's going to be on 205 Live before I book Raw. And hold off for a little bit so I can make sure I have everybody that is there this time. So that'll be a little difficult, but we'll see how we work around that. And exactly who is going to be in the thing, because I know people like Trent Seven and Wolfgang can't really compete in the 205 Live division. I know Mark Andrews will probably be there. Tyler Bate will probably be there. Pete Dunne, maybe. There's kind of been, a tease that he's going to accept Seth Rollins' challenge on Monday Night Raw for the Intercontinental Championship. So he might be a little too over for 205 Live. So there you have that. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see who they choose because I don't even really know who else they can pick from the the UK division that really is a cruiserweight. But we'll see. So 32E+ for that. Gain some heat for the Murphy-Alexander feud. And then the match itself, we jump into our main event of the night. Good God! 18 E-. That's why we have the numbers, because an E- is like, all right, whatever. We've had E- on the show. But an 18, that's what we're at? Good Lord. How is it an 18? They got they should be at least 20-something, but I guess people were off their games, it looks like. Okay. So in an abysmal matchup here, this was actually a really good match. I really enjoyed this on 205 Live. It was well done, back and forth matchup here that told a really great story. Unfortunately, Total Extreme Wrestling doesn't reflect that. I'd recommend going and checking out the match because this doesn't do it justice. Abysmal match. Buddy Murphy goes over Mustafa Ali in 17 minutes, 24 seconds after pinning him with the Murphy's Law. I'm not sure if that's what it was. In fact, I think he powerbombed him. I know they did a powerbomb spot where kind of it was similar to last week where it literally, I think, honestly knocked out the local competitor. But this time it didn't knock him out. But they teased it like it knocked him out, so I don't know. Nonetheless, there you have it. Buddy Murphy seemed off his game. Mustafa Ali also seemed off his game. Out dragged in the middle with a lack of flow being noticeable. That's unfortunate. Vic Joseph and Percy Watson have pretty good chemistry. I didn't know that. Maybe we did, and I just ignored it. Color commentary, and he tried to do the best they could, but it did bring the crowd down. Buddy Murphy with an in-ring performance of a 22. Ugh. Mustafa Ali with a 28. Good Lord. And, ooh. That kind of brings you down of where 205 Live is. Was that one of the worst segments of the night? I think it is the worst segment of the night. Holy shit. It's the worst segment of the night. their performance level is, I guess, doing good, but it didn't reflect in the match. I guess they could have done better as well because they were both off their games. Nonetheless, 42 solid D rating for the 205 Live. That's I guess we're about I would expect it to be. Buddy Murphy's got a long way to go though. But here we are on SmackDown. We're so close to catching up to the WWE. We should be there. I'm pretty confident. We're on SmackDown now. I will go ahead and book this, and we should have more people in the Money in the Bank. Before we end off, though, I want to say one thing. I mentioned it before that, the fact that there's an 8-man Money in the Bank ladder match, 8 women Money in the Bank ladder match. I would have to cut people. I might take the least popular person from Raw and the least popular from SmackDown that don't win. That way SmackDown and Raw still have, 3 people each in there. So that might be where I go with that. Nonetheless, that is going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, do me a favor, leave me a comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, my name has been OMG, WTF, LOLTWBRB. Don't forget to share this video with your friends, Facebooks, Twitter, Instagrams, all the social media accounts out there. Help the channel grow. It's greatly appreciated. If you got a buddy you think will enjoy the content, give them a share as well. Help your boy out. And as always, I've got a few associates myself, so I'm going to help my boys out. If you guys would like to check out some new content on YouTube, you can always go check them out. I've got my buddy Raging Yoshi down there. I know he is doing a current Let's Play of Final Fantasy, one of the Final Fantasy games. He's got that going on over there. Also doing a Persona 4 playthrough. You should definitely check that out. I highly recommend that. I've got Senor Conqueso. He's been doing Blue Apron, I think. It's that dumbass commercial. I shouldn't call it dumb as I'm trying to promote him. But it's a commercial you always see in like Death Battles and all that. He's like doing Blue Apron versus like other home delivery food things right now. So check that out. And of course, you always check my buddy Zach out on Twitter and everybody else down below. So that's going to be the end of this. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and I will see you guys for SmackDown Live. Have a good one.